Good morning, all my friends. Good morning, all my teammates, my business partners across the globe. This is Mr. Aishi Gupta once again with another audio presentation of mine. And in this particular audio presentation, I am going to speak about a very, very important topic, an activity, in fact, a task or an action, a set of actions that we take in our DXN business journey, which is very, very important, extremely critical. If you want to do this business professionally, systematically, methodically, then you need to do this. If you are not doing this activity, then probably you're not taking this business seriously, and you should not continue this business. You're not doing this business professionally, you're not serious about this business, you are not serious about building a big network marketing organization. And that's the reason why I would suggest, if you're not doing this activity, if you're not performing this activity, this action, then you should not do this business. And this action is the act of building your list. This act is the act of building your list. Now, what kind of a list I am talking about? The list that I am talking about here is the prospect list. Understand? Is the prospect list. In the audio presentation on the 7 skills of network marketing, the previous audio presentation, the first skill, what was the first skill? The first skill was finding prospects. Understand? Finding prospects was the first skill. I hope you remember. Now, if finding prospects is the first skill, after finding prospect, what do? You build a list, you maintain a database, you record all the names along with their contact details. That is very, very important, because if you don't do that, then probably you're not taking this business seriously, you're not taking this business professionally, you're not doing this business professionally. So you need to do this activity. You need to build your list, and you need to maintain the list. You need to keep a record of all the names of the prospects that you have found out from whichever platform you have found out. You need to maintain a list. That's your list, that is your database. You record it somewhere. Okay, so list building, this audio presentation is on list building. Now, in the previous audio presentations, I have already told you that I have been mentored by many people inside of network marketing industry, and inside of DXN, I have been mentored by Professor Vasupalaya of DXN RVC YouTube channel. And in general, in the network marketing industry, Eric Worre is very the most trusted and well-renowned network marketing business coach based out of United States. In India, you have another person, another business coach, network marketing business coach. His name is Deepak Bajaj. All of them tells us, all of them has taught us that the list in this network marketing business is your greatest asset. The list is going to be your greatest asset. And if you don't maintain a list, then you are not having the greatest asset with you, because of the simple fact that whoever is going to join your team was a part of your list. You had found the person somewhere when you were searching for people, when you are searching for prospects, when you are searching or finding people, finding prospects. You are getting the numbers, the contact details of them from them by after communicating with them and building a relationship with them. You have to maintain a proper a proper database, right? So the list is the biggest asset. in your network marketing profession, the list. Okay. Now, in the early in the previous era, when we used to do the network marketing business, people used to maintain a diary, a physical pen and paper. Okay. To be very honest, I don't do this. And the reason why I don't do this is because I feel that this entire using pen, paper, manually maintaining a list and expanding the list, because we know that we cannot just maintain a list which is not growing. We need to we need to expand the list, right? If let's say I have 10 people in my list, I need to make the 10 people, I need to grow my list and make it 20, 50, 100, 500, 800, 1000, 1500, 2000. Do you think that in today's day and age, if you maintain a diary or a physical book with a physical pen and paper, do you think it is going to be scalable? Do you think you can reach out to? Do you think you will have the speed and throughput if you manually make a list? No. And that's the reason why I do not advocate, I do not advise or suggest anybody in my team to maintain a physical list. I want all of y'all, whoever is listening to my audio presentation, I want all of y'all to maintain a digital list. Now, it can be a spreadsheet, it can be your smartphone. That is up to you, how you do it. But you need to maintain a digital list book. Understand? You need to maintain a digital. Now, some people, especially people of the older generation, they do not have the habit of using the smartphone or using or capturing information in digital format, or using the Android keyboard. They don't have the habit. If you do not have the habit, you need to cultivate that habit. You need to form those habits. In this particular business, you need to form many habits. So if you, let's say, do not have that habit of doing things digitally, capturing information digitally, typing, copy pasting, if you do not have that habit, you need to form that habit. You cannot have the habit of using the pen and paper and a diary. You can do that, then your speed of the business is going to get impacted, the business productivity gets impacted, the speed and the throughput, the speed with which you can go to 100 people, the speed with which you can go to 500 people, 1000 people, 1500 is going to get impacted. The speed is going to get, you will not have the speed, it will not be scalable. That's the point. Okay. So you need to maintain a digital list. Now, the best place where you can maintain this list is actually going to be your own smartphone. You don't need any other device at all. You just need a smartphone. You have a smartphone. What most people don't know is that the smartphone is packed with lots and lots of features. Your smartphone is superior than the supercomputer of the 1970s and the 1980s. It's a computing device. So you can easily use your smartphone to build your list and record the like all the data of all the contact details. So you need to do that. You cannot use pen and paper. Absolutely a big no. Okay, otherwise you are impacting the productivity and of your business. So if you can check your smartphone, there is an entire phone book where you store your entire or the contact details. Have you gone and checked all the features that are available in that phone book? You can put a label to all the prospect list. You can write notes over there. Suppose you have had any specific conversations with any of your prospect, you can always type in what all conversations you have had and can store it. over there, and everything gets recorded, so that in future when you're doing follow up, because follow up is very very important. One of the reasons why you maintain this list is because it is going to be very helpful in following up. Inside of the network marketing industry, we know it very well that fortune does not lie in the first exposure or in the second exposure. Fortune lies in the follow up. You need to go from exposure to exposure. It takes on an average 4 to 6 exposures to get the average person to sign up. So if you don't maintain a list, are you going to rely on your memory? You can remember the names of your prospects, you can remember 10 names, you can remember, let's say you can remember 20 names, but beyond that it's going to be difficult, right? It's going to be difficult to remember the names of 100 people, 500 people, 1000 people. You need to go to a lot of people. And the reason why you need to go to a lot of people is because in today's day and age, where the entire economy has become mobile and people's attention span has dramatically reduced, you need to 500 to 600 people is also not going to be enough at times. You may obviously will definitely get many people within 500 people in your list, but you need to go to more people. So if you do not maintain a list, you have to rely on your memory. It's humanly not possible. You need a computing device, you need technology, you need to leverage the use of technology, and that's where a very simple minimalistic smartphone will be sufficient. You don't need a high-end smartphone for this. A very small minimalistic smartphone has all the features in the phone book itself, which you can exploit in order to perform these activities. So it's just an intention, it's a matter of intention. It's a matter of mindset shift. In the first audio presentation, I had spoken about 3 components: mindset, skills, and strategy. This is mindset. Building a big list is not a matter of skill or a talent or something like that. It's just a matter of intention. It's just a shift in your mindset. And if you want to digitize your entire operations, the operation of building a list, again, it's a mindset shift. Especially all the old generation people in my audience, if you don't make a habit of using your smartphone, it is going to be difficult. It is going to be slow. Your business is going to be slow. Okay. Now, I hope I've made my point very clear that in today's day and age, you need a digital list book. You cannot have a physical list book. As simple as that. It's a big no. You cannot have a physical list book. You have to have a digital list book. And your smartphone is the best tool. You are getting a smartphone you're getting a smartphone which is so inexpensive. Every person is using a phone to call and communicate with people, and that phone itself is becoming a business tool. You don't need a physical office space. You don't need a physical shop. Your smartphone is your shop. Your smartphone is your business office. So just imagine the era, the magical world that we are living in, that your smartphone can itself be converted into a business platform, into a business device. The cost of doing business gets dramatically lower. The productivity gets very high. Without compromising with your productivity, you are lowering the cost of doing business. The cost of doing business, you're lowering that, right? So that's the power of technology. So you need to exploit that technology. So that's the point that I wanted to make. So you need to make a digital list. Now, when I started this business, I would like to narrate a story of mine, because in this industry we need to share our stories. When I started this business, I had only 250 approximately 250 in my smartphone phone book. Only 250 people in my smartphone, and I was told that you need to communicate with as many people as possible starting from my smartphone. So in other words, if let's say I want to talk about DXN products, or I want to talk about DXN financial opportunity, I have to begin with the 250 people in my smartphone. Now, I'm very much sure that the people who are listening to this audio presentation, there are some people whom I know have almost 1,000 people already. So that means they are already have an added advantage. But I did not have that advantage. There are some people whom I have asked already, they have somewhere around 80. Some people have 50. 50, 80 is not sufficient. It's very, very, very less. You cannot have such a small list. It's simply not possible to build a successful network marketing business with such a small list. So when you have this disadvantage of having a very small list, 80 people in your smartphone phone book, I had 250 as I mentioned, then what do? You don't rely only on your 250 people, you start approaching strangers. Now these people who are already there in your 250 people, they are your hot market or your warm market. What is a hot market? What is a warm market? People whom you already know, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, your the people in your locality, whose numbers are already existing in your smartphone phone book. They are your hot market and your warm market, and very soon you will consume your hot market list and your warm market list. You're going to consume that. You understand? Then what happens? Then you need to gather more numbers completely from the cold market. Now the strangers, you need to go and start talking to strangers. That is your cold market. That means people whom you don't know at all. You're establishing relationship with them. That is what you do in the prospecting phase. And most of the people in my journey so far are completely from the cold market. And how did I do that? I did that through various social media platforms. You have so many social media platforms. You have Facebook, you have Facebook groups, you have YouTube, you have WhatsApp groups. So you have so many social media platforms, and from there you are going to generate leads. You are going to get contacts from these places. You are going to get data of people from these platforms, social media platforms. And that is how your list size is going to grow. When I started this DXN network marketing business, the number of friends in my Facebook profile, the number of friends that I just had 440, not more than that. Now I have more than 4,000. Now the question arises, how did I get more than 4,000 people in my Facebook friend list? I got it by posting ads in different Facebook groups. There are so many Facebook groups. You need to discover Facebook groups. You need to search for different Facebook groups. You need to post relevant ads. Ads related to the company products, ads related to DXN products, ads related to you're inviting the potential business partner to have a look at the DXN business opportunity. You understand? By doing that, I generated leads. People started commenting on the ads that I posted, and slowly, steadily, my list started increasing. I started communicating with them in Facebook Messenger. I shared with them all the preliminary information about DXN business, DXN company, the official Facebook page, the official Facebook page, the photographs, the pictures of the DXN products, the price list, the marketing plan, the diagram of the marketing plan, all these things I did, and then I got their numbers, and then I stored their numbers in my smartphone phone book. Currently, I have more than 3,000 numbers in my smartphone phone book, and out of those 3,000, more than 2,300 are a part of my DXN prospect list. I save the names of all the people whom I have prospected for the DXN business or DXN products as their name followed by DXN prospect. So in my DXN prospect list currently I have more than 2,300. So just imagine how many people I have gone to. You understand what I'm trying to say? So 2,300 I already have people in my list, and it is growing. Now you may not need 2,300. You may need less than you may get people in less than 2,300. It's up to you. But because my list was less, I had no other option but to speak with strangers. So different people have different advantages. We should not compare the circumstances of people. Different people have different advantages. Different people have different disadvantages. We need to work on our weaknesses, and we need to capitalize on our strengths, right? So it becomes very easy now for me to simply just see the database from my smartphone and follow up accordingly. Follow up is very, very important. And as I mentioned earlier in this particular audio presentation, if you don't follow up, fortune is in the follow up. And if you don't record all the contact in your smartphone, then you have to rely on your memory, which is simply not possible. Okay, so that is very important. Now another important place where I do get leads is from my YouTube channel. I am getting a lot of leads from my YouTube channel without putting any effort. The only effort which I put in was in my past, when I was building my YouTube channel, when I was building my subscriber base, when people in YouTube, whoever is trying to discover or know about DXN company, DXN products, DXN opportunity, when they get access or they discover my YouTube channel, they contact me, because I've shared all the contact information of mine in my YouTube channel. So YouTube channel is something which I recommend all my teammates and every person, that if you want a flow of leads, if you want passive lead flow, passive lead generation, then I think the YouTube channel is the best way to do that, because people will contact you from your YouTube channel itself. Yes, it is a fact that you need to put a lot of effort in building a YouTube channel, but after you have built the YouTube channel, you don't have to post ads anymore in Facebook or in any other platform in your WhatsApp groups. People who are interested is going to contact you. You have already shared your contact details in your YouTube channel, they are going to contact you. So that's also another way of building your list and expanding your list. You need to constantly expand the list also. Inside of network marketing, we all know that if you want to win in network marketing, the man who shows the DXN business plan or the DXN products to the most number of people wins. So it's simply a number game, and if it is a number game, you have to maintain a list. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you in this audio presentation. And if anything else you would want to ask me, you can always ask me in the WhatsApp group. And in the WhatsApp group, I've already shared with you, every month I share the screenshot of how I am expanding my list. 2 months back, my list size was 2,100. Last month it became 2,300. So I'm always sharing the screenshot and keeping my teammates and my business partners across the globe updated that I am expanding my list. So this is very important. And it is from your list that you need to set up appointments. If suppose you are trying to meet the person physically, if you're trying to meet the person physically and the person is there in your own town, in your hometown itself, although in today's world when the entire economy has completely changed, especially post COVID, this pandemic, the entire world has changed. I think a physical face-to-face is not something which is happening so much. But yes, face-to-face through video calling, WhatsApp video calling, Facebook Messenger video calling, or Zoom video calling, Zoom video session. Zoom is another software. All these platforms are there. You need to use these platforms. Okay. So list is very, very important. You need to maintain a list. You need to record all the information, contact details in your smartphone phone book. And another very important thing, which is something which many people ask me, what if your smartphone gets lost? What if the smartphone gets misplaced? What if your smartphone gets damaged? So many things can happen, right? Your entire data will get lost. The data, the contact list, the prospect list data needs to be saved very safely somewhere, right? So that's the reason what I do is that I have saved all the contact details in my smartphone phone book, but I have a backup of that in my Gmail account, my Google account. So that means even if, let's say, my smartphone gets lost, misplaced or damaged, it falls in some water and it gets damaged, then what is going to happen to my data? My data will not get lost, because my data, the backup of the data is always there in my Gmail account, my Google account. I can always retrieve my data. Always remember, your data is the biggest asset. Your list is the biggest asset. It has to be saved securely somewhere. So that is what I do. So you need to also do this. Okay. So I think that's sufficient for this audio presentation. I've given all my inputs. If you want to know more inputs, you can write this audio presentation is going to be uploaded in my YouTube channel. You can always comment in the comment section in the YouTube channel, or when I'm going to share this in the WhatsApp group, you can always listen to this audio presentation completely, and you can always ask me questions in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if I have forgotten to speak on any topic under this broader category of list building, then I can always touch it. I can always touch upon that particular specific topic in the WhatsApp group. You can always ask me. Okay, so thank you for listening to me, and signing off for now, but then stay tuned for more audio presentations related to different training topics. Okay, thank you.